Welcome back to another episode of your new favorite sports show, Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. I'm your host today at Bryce XXVII, aka Mr. Big Leaguer, aka my mama's favorite gas panelist. As always, I got the dream team with me. Jada Kiss, Styles P, Chic Luch. Bottom right, introduce yourself.
Man, T Boogie. I'm here, fella. T Boogie, man, wash your hands, wash your ass. You know what I'm saying? It caught me off guard when I thought about my mom's favorite gas panelist. He not even here today. Shout out to my boy G, man. But
Damn,
y'all,
you're not even your mama's favorite.
not even my
It's all
mom's
good.
favorite gas panelist.
That's how it be. That's how it be. Bottom left, fresh as hell tonight. What up?
Hey, it's your boy Young Rome 22 on all the socials. Had to rep the 11 one time, Alex Smith for my boy. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. But yeah, man, we got a great show as always. We're gonna talk Thanksgiving. This top five segment that's coming up later tonight is gonna be one of the best. So I can't wait to get into it.
It's gonna make them hungry. It's definitely gonna make them hungry. Top left, introduce yourself.
What's up, yo? It's Scruff Lion. Bryce Mama actually hit me the other day and told me that I'm her favorite panelist, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Don't make me smack you through the. Don't make me smack you through the screen, Scruff.
I got the screenshots, bro. Don't go there. We
talk
family.
about my mama.
Don't go there,
talk
fam.
about my mama, man.
Don't go there, fam. But no, it's a great week. It's Thanksgiving. I'm giving thanks. I'm thankful for each one of y'all fellas on the show, and I'm thankful for everybody, one of y'all at home that's tuning in, man. Because without y'all, there's no us. Vice versa too. But it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a fun one.
It always is. It always is. So let's jump right into it. We're not wasting any time. NFL takeaways. And, I think it's only right that we start with the most recent NFL game. It's last night's Monday Night Football game. We had Tom Brady and the Bucs going against the Los Angeles Rams. And I don't know, man. I think we found out some things about playoff implications, man. I don't know what you guys thought, but I wasn't very impressed with the Bucs or Tom Brady. But I was impressed with the Rams. T, I'm going to throw it to you, man. Who is more likely to make the playoffs? It's only so many spots, the Bucs or the Rams right now?
Yeah, that's tough. I think the Bucks, they easier division, easier competition. I'm just not confident in what the Rams can do. But what that game showed me is that Tom Brady is immortal. I mean, he looked like a 43-year-old guy out there. And they're gonna have to tweak that offense if they want to get it rolling to the playoffs.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact. And it seemed like Brady could never really get in his rhythm. He never really had it rolling. AB, man, he not looking the same. It looks like Tom Brady's favoring AB with the targets. I don't got the target breakdown. Seemed like AB getting targeted more than Godwin and Evans to me, though. Ron, what you think, bro?
Man, I think both those teams still gonna find a way to wind up in the playoffs. I think what I saw from Brady was disheartening. You can't be feeling the Buccaneers the way they've been looking. But I mean, all things said, I think they still got enough talent on that team to definitely still make the playoffs. I think they might even go a little bit further than the Rams once they get in. The Rams, to me, something's just missing. I don't know what it is on the offense, but something they just don't have that star power for when playoff time comes that I feel threatened by the Rams. So if I had to pick between those teams, I'd say Tampa Bay definitely makes the playoffs, and if they both make it, Tampa Bay definitely goes a little bit further, if not all the way.
All right. I mean, I feel you. I just wasn't seeing that team from Tampa Bay last night. It seemed like, they're a tale of two teams. Sometimes they look like they could be dominant. Sometimes they look pedestrian at best. Scrub, tap in. Bless you, sir.
Yeah, it's I'm allergic to these BS Monday Night Football games, man. These joints are like bogus, bro. I mean, like, can we have a Monday Night Football game? I just really went over the history of Monday Night Football and how prestigious that Monday Night Football is. It's actually one of the great transitions in American sports and made football amazing. But not lately, bro. These Monday Night Football games suck, bro. Straight up. I wasn't happy with what I seen from the Bucks, and I wasn't really happy with what I seen from the Rams. To me, the Rams are a team that are, gimmicky. I don't really see them being a team that's going to have longevity in the playoffs. And I do still see both teams potentially making the playoffs, like you said, bro. It's the NFC, man. You got the teams like the Bears are still in the hunt. You know what I'm saying? Teams like the Redskins, Washington football team still in the hunt. You know what I mean? Like the NFC is trash, bro. A lot of these teams are a dime a dozen. They're good this week. They're not good the next week. I'm not fearing none of these teams in the NFC, to be honest. From the top to the bottom, I really don't fear any of these teams. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel that, man. And you know what? It seems like everybody's kind of on the side of the Bucks, but I got to switch it up a little bit. The Rams have proven something to me in these last couple of weeks, and I think it starts with their defense. I think it starts with their defensive line, man. It's been impressive. Whenever you got Aaron Donald in the middle, he's stopping a lot of that run action. So you're not gonna run the ball against the Rams. And Sean McVay is a wizard, man. We got to start giving Sean McVay some credit. I read that Sean McVay, since joining the Rams as head coach, is 34-0 when having a halftime lead. Bro, that's ridiculous numbers, bro. And if the Rams can get out in front, that just means you're not beating them. At least if you go by the numbers. So I feel y'all, and we got 3 teams from each side making the playoffs this year. So I guess we could see both of those teams in the playoffs. But for my money, I think the Rams are going a little further. But let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing through the league. Some crazy news. Washington Redskins. Shout out to Rome in the fit. Washington football team played the Cincinnati Bengals over the weekend, and we had an unfortunate injury with the young great Joe Burrow. Man, it was a gruesome injury, just to say the least. They didn't even show the replay. Nowadays they always show the replay 10 times when somebody gets hurt, and on the telecast they didn't even show it. And I respect them for that because it was ugly. It was ugly. What do you guys think about the Burrow injury? And how do you guys see him bouncing back? Do you think he'll be able to get right back to form next season? Rome, I'm gonna start with you because I know you watched the game.
Man, it was wild because it was like 2 years and a couple days after the Alex Smith injury, so it's crazy to even have a similar injury like that. But man, to me, the Joe Burrow injury just speaks to how devastating of a sport football can be. I mean, my guy was the #1 pick. He was by and large, he's the only positive on the Bengals. Like the Bengals are trash. The 2 games that they won, you got to give him the credit. He's like the only real positive on the team. So for him to go out like that and to miss the rest of the season, and potentially they're not sure if he'll be ready for preseason or training camp next year or not. I want to say he tore everything: the ACL, the MCL, a couple other ligaments. So I mean, it just speaks to the cruelty of football. Like you could be the man, you could be the #1 pick one day, and you could be getting carted off and not knowing when or if you're going to be able to play again the next.
Facts, bro. Football is a mean sport, man. And I feel sympathy for Burrow, but like Hazard just commented, man. It happened to Teddy B. It happened to Alex Smith. I'm starting to lose my sensitivity for these injuries. I just feel like it's a part of the game. You either bounce back from it or you don't. It's all going to be about how much adversity he's able to overcome. T Boogie, chime in.
Yeah, man. That's why they pay these guys so much money, man. Every day you risk it. You know what I'm saying? You out there risking your life pretty much. But it's sad to see it happen, but this gives him a chance to, step away and pretty much just watch tape, watch film, watch his old games, watch how the team plays without him. You know what I'm saying? Really dig into the offense. I mean, he didn't really have a true off season. And I think, didn't Deshaun Watson go through something similar? Where, you know what I'm saying, he got took out early. This is a good opportunity for him to, learn the game. Unfortunately, nobody wants to learn it from the sideline. But if he, like I said, everybody gets hurt. If you could bounce back, he was playing good. And I think you got to give them more credit than that. They got good young receivers. They got a good young nucleus, you know what I'm saying, young back. Higgins and Boyd, they're solid. They just need more pieces. But
without Joe, it crumbles.
I mean, they weren't going too far in the first place, you know what I'm saying? But this gives them the opportunity to step away from the field and learn the game, which I think is necessary. You get a real offseason now.
Yeah, facts. Scruff, I know you was high on Burrow at one time, man. Chime in, bro.
Yeah, I'm still high on Burrow at this time. I'm just not very high on the situation that he's in, to be honest. I know this is like probably a shitty time to bring it up, but hey, I'm going to bring it up. Bro, it's unfortunate timing. It's unfortunate situation with the Bengals. It's funny how history repeats itself. I was a big fan of Carson Palmer more than a couple years ago when he was the young stud quarterback for the Bengals. Maybe I sound old, but he was the man. Probably my favorite quarterback in the NFL. And he wasted a lot of his better years away in Cincinnati. And I don't wish that for Joe. I truly don't. I don't want that to happen to Joe. I don't want that to happen with his career there. So it's unfortunate to see him go down swinging the way he did. And with the injuries, I just hope that he can come back healthy. And I hope he doesn't waste too much time midway in Cincinnati for real, because I just don't see any scenario where it's going to be successful for him. Unfortunately, quarterbacks go to pasture and wither away in Cincinnati. So I just think like the sooner he gets out of Cincinnati, the better for his career. Because I just remember that this is exactly how Carson Palmer's career went down. It was an injury, and then he was just struggling on a struggling team, and it was a pretty sad story.
Yeah, it is crazy how history repeats itself, man. Sad to see it. Sad to see it for sure. One thing I think that happens when these rookie quarterbacks get drafted is they do come into horrible situations, usually with horrible offensive lines. Joe Burrow was, I think, the second most sacked quarterback in the league this year. Offensive line was not doing him any favors when it came to that Washington football team game. Sucks to see it. Sucks to see it. But that brings me to my next point. We've got 3 young rookie quarterbacks who all seem like they have promising futures. You've got Joe Burrow, obviously, Justin Herbert, and Tua Tagovailoa. My question for the panel is, which one of these guys would you start your franchise with? T Boogie, start it off.
I'm a big Tua guy, but to be honest, he's been winning, but I haven't really been as impressed with him as I've been with Burrow and Herbert. But I still go Tua. I think he fits the modern game a little bit better than they do. It's funny, he just got benched. We sung his praises, then he got benched. But I said he came out and said something like the NFL was easier than he thought. You're gonna eat those words. You're gonna eat those words.
Yeah.
So I still like Tua. He got humbled a little bit, but I still go Tua.
Rome, chime in, bro. What you think, man? Burrow, Tua, Herbert. Who you going with?
Man, I gotta go with Tua. But yeah, if you've been paying attention to the show, you already knew that. T hit it right on the head, man. Like you said he was gonna eat those words. He had to eat those words, sit back on the bench. Flores did say that he will be the starter next week. So it's not like it's over for Tua yet. And you got to learn. You got to take your L's. You got to take your lumps. But they're still in a prime position to make the playoffs. And as long as Tua can play smart football, I don't see why anyone would take these other guys over him. I mean, I know they got flashier numbers, maybe a better receiver core, whatever they may have going for them. They don't have W's, and that's what matters the most. So Tua is a proven winner, and that's who I would start my franchise with, is a proven winner over anyone else.
All right, I feel you. I guess, completion percentage, yards per attempt, touchdowns, none of that matters. Scrub, who you starting your team with, bro?
I don't know what these guys are on. We're going to get the eye doctor in here for all these guys because I don't know what football they're watching. If you've been watching football this season, there's only one true answer, and the answer is Justin Herbert. First of all, just watch one of his passes. This thing, that's the word. Sling it. That's the right word. This boy Herbert can sling it. I've seen one play. He was rolling out to the left, and he just literally within like a split second, such a quick motion that thing goes so quick and so far, just like that, right in the chest. Dude looked up and just, it was like literally in his chest. He never even he couldn't even think about dropping it. That's what I'm talking about, man. Especially when you watch poor quarterback play all day. You watch this kid, Justin Herbert, you're in for a real treat. This kid is tall. He's got all the tools. He's quick. He's got a rifle for an arm. What's not to like about the guy? The kid, although I will say one thing is the kid, grow your hair back on. You look crazy, boy. Besides that, Justin Herbert's the guy, man. Especially if you're building your own franchise, man. My franchise is going to have winning franchise characteristics. So I'm not going to need a quarterback with some facade of winning. Give me a good real dude, a blue chipper like Justin Herbert. That's my pick.
Okay, 2 and 6.
And Rome, you're right, man. 2 and 6, but they lost some games that went down to the wire. I think like 3 of the games they lost within like the last 30 seconds. And I got to agree with you, Scrub. Justin Herbert is the guy, man. Like, I'm a huge Washington football team fan, but in a redraft, you gotta go Herbert at number 2, maybe even over Joe Burrow. Herbert numbers is ridiculous, man. He's balling out. Scrub said he looked crazy without the hair. But my thing is, when he shaved that head, that let me know this dude's serious. He's not about the aesthetics. He's not about the look. Like I come out here with the baldy, I'm still balling. That's all that matters. So I definitely gotta rock with Herbert, man. I think if history repeats itself, if Joe Burrow is gonna be Carson Palmer, we could see Herbert develop into a Phillip Rivers type, and that's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So let's open up the floor a little bit.
What?
Phillip Rivers was one of the best quarterbacks for years, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. So hey, I got some toss ups now, man. Let's open up the floor. First, I'm gonna start it off with one of my NFL takeaways, and that is the Saints. The Saints, man, they made a decision to go Taysom Hill over Jameis Winston. I know we had some reactions on the panel to that decision by Sean Payton. I'm gonna throw it to Scrub first, man. What did you think about the decision to go with Taysom over famous Jameis?
I think it's a tainted decision. It's a tainted decision. Yeah, I agree. I think Jameis Winston should have been the starter, bro. Honestly, Taysom Hill. I mean, I guess I heard the quote after the game, and Sean Payton said, "Hey, he's just done everything right. He does everything that you asked him to do, right?" And I guess that's true. But at the same time, it's like, all right, well, like, you know, like most teams would just go with the quarterback that was ready to. So here's my problem. All right, here's my problem with the Saints. Right, if you're gonna go with Taysom Hill to be your quarterback when Drew Brees goes down, then why even get my man Jameis involved in the first place? Because the whole reason Jameis got signed with the Saints was because he was sold this priority backup job to this guy with noodle arms. That's the whole point. That's why he signed, right? But then when the dude goes down, then they're like, okay, nah, psych, nah, we're about to go with Taysom Hill. So now what's going to happen to Jameis Winston? This is why I'm upset. What's going to happen to Jameis Winston? After looking stupid on the sideline with a clipboard all season, he's done. He's done. After this season, he's not going to have another chance. But if he would have stayed a free agent, then maybe the Dallas Cowboys or I don't know, one of these other pathetic teams with no quarterback could have actually picked him up, and he might actually had another chance in his career. But no, Sean Payton, thank you very much because you done ruined my man's career, man. You done turned a legend into a clipboard holder, and it's a shame. It's a shame. And people were saying that people were saying that they weren't expecting Jameis to put up big numbers under the Saints offense. I totally disagree. Because we seen what Teddy Bridgewater did under that offense, and Teddy Bridge is not really a prolific passer, but he put up prolific numbers in that offense. Jameis Winston is a volume guy. Yes, he did throw a lot of interceptions. Yes, that happened. But come on, man, he got LASIK eye surgery. Give him another shot. I'm just saying he's never going to get another shot in the league. To me, the move is. Yes, it's one opportunity for Taysom Hill this week, and he has a chance now to maybe actually be a quarterback in this league. But it was the last straw for Jameis Winston, and unfortunately, that was the death penalty to Jameis Winston's career. He'll probably never play football again. Thank you, Sean Payton.
Put my man could not be putting Sean Payton. Like, how are you blaming this on Sean Payton, bro? Sean Payton wasn't even his man's coach when he threw the ball to the other team 30 times. Like, come on, bro. Like, Jameis just ain't it. He just ain't it. I've been trying to tell people this for years. Jameis just ain't it. You can't turn the ball over like that. This is the National Football League. Ain't no coach going to take a chance on you. You said Dallas should have took a chance on him. They wouldn't even pay Dak. Why in the world would they pay Jameis? Didn't he sign in New Orleans for like the league minimum? Like, come on, bro. He was hoping for a chance, and he got outplayed in practice by Taysom Hill. That's all it is. Like, if you throwing picks in practice and they go with Taysom Hill because you can't even throw it to the right team in practice, then you definitely ain't seeing the field in professional, bro. Like Jameis is lucky to even get another shot. Like, nobody's paying you money to throw it to the other team. That's crazy.
You in practice? Was you in practice, Rome? Do you know he's throwing picks in practice? What is this narrative that you're talking about? That he's throwing picks in practice?
Taysom Hill's doing everything right, so Jameis must be doing something wrong, right?
Yeah, he's doing everything right.
That's
he's
my
doing
takeaway.
Everything white. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, man, that's tough. I don't know. I gotta side with Rome on this one. I don't know if this is a racial thing, man. I think that especially if Taysom Hill would have gone out there and laid an egg, we probably could have said like horrible decision. But they went out there and got the W. 23-9. Taysom Hill 2 touchdowns, a couple rushing tuds. He balled out, man. He did what he was supposed to do, and in my opinion, he showed why Sean Payton went with him. T, I see you shaking your head, man. Chime in.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's not even play the race card. Like, let's look at this for what it is. Like, you have to see what Taysom Hill is, right? You have to kick the whip. We know we have a good idea what Jameis is. You got to see what Taysom Hill is. So I kind of get it. I think it's unfair to Jameis, but I don't think Taysom Hill looked all that good. I mean, you beat an Atlanta team.
Thank you.
It's not like you torched them. I mean, you didn't even throw a touchdown pass. So you went out there, you ran the ball 10 times. It reminded me of like a Terrell Pryor at quarterback, a poor man's Cam. Like I wasn't a fan of it. I don't think it's sustainable. But the next 3 games are like Atlanta, Denver is like some bad teams. So I mean, he'll have a shot to get himself some real money. But I think in the end, what we'll see is Jameis starting somewhere. Maybe not New Orleans, but we'll see Jameis starting somewhere, and we'll see Taysom Hill back to running his little gadget plays. I mean, you're not going to go far in your league playing your tight end at quarterback. But they got to win. So congratulations for now. You beat the Falcons.
Well, thank you, Chief, for being the voice of reason.
233 yards on the Falcons. Like, you telling me that he lit it up and he didn't even throw a touchdown pass, bro?
I'm not saying he'll lit it up by any means. I'm just saying that Jameis might have thrown for 75 more yards and 2 more picks. But that you know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Taysom Hill, he might not even really be better than Jameis. I think he deserves a shot, and apparently he's done whatever he needed to do to get that shot over Jameis.
Man,
so
call me crazy, but I'll take a guy that throws 3 touchdown passes and 3 interceptions over a guy that throws 0 and 0 any day.
Yo, he ran for 2 touchdowns on the ground, man. Don't take that away from him. 108 quarterback rating. Taysom Hill got the job done, bro. Like it is what it is, man. Like I said, if he laid an egg, I would be on here saying something totally different, but that's just not the case. He proved his coach right in this situation. And I gotta give respect to Sean Payton for making this bold decision, because I'm sure this wasn't easy, and I'm sure he knew the backlash that would come with it. But the proof is in the pudding, as they like to say.
I mean, this is the big boy league, so wins is all that matters at the end of the day. But he doesn't. To me, it's kind of like Lamar Jackson. Like, he looks like he has so much growing to do as a quarterback, and to me, that's a rebuild. You know what I mean? If you're going into, if Drew Brees retires this season and you're going to next season with Taysom Hill as your quarterback, that means you're looking to rebuild, man. You're looking to craft your offense around this guy's running ability. And I don't think that serves anybody well. Michael Thomas, Kamara, like I don't think that serves them well. I
agree with that. But I don't think things are building for the future in this season. I think they're trying to get as many W's as they can. And that unpredictability factor with Taysom Hill at quarterback, it makes it tough to cover.
It's not unpredictable anymore.
Exactly. How unpredictable is it?
Hey, well, you know what is predictable? Jameis Winston throwing picks. That's a fact. He tried to throw one in relief.
We got the greatest quarterback of all time throwing picks in that offense. So if Tom Brady's gonna throw picks over there, who wouldn't throw picks? I mean, I don't think we can hold that. You know what I'm saying? The interceptions to Jameis. That offense is just designed for risky plays.
Hey, I want to throw this out there. So Scruff, like, you said Jameis should have gotten a start. Do you think there's any possibility that when Teddy was there, he started when Drew was hurt? People were saying maybe Teddy should hold the job. So do you think Peyton has any fear of, hey, Jameis gets out there, starts slinging it, why do we need Drew back? Maybe he did this knowing Taysom Hill's not going to throw for 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 500 yards. He might run, but when Drew comes back, it'll be easy to say, we got our guy back. Do you think there was any shot of, Jameis throwing 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, balling out like that, and then him being like, oh, people calling for Jameis over Drew? Because I think we all agree that Drew has lost it, right? Like, Drew isn't what he used to be. Those are just facts, not even throwing shade. Do you think there's any chance that they could have been like that? Because maybe if Jameis did come ball out, maybe they would be hesitant to put Drew in and they don't want to go down that drama.
I don't know if that's the reasoning behind it, but I do think that's definitely the path that would have happened. I totally agree with that. That's literally the path of what I was going to have. Then I was going to be here on this show telling y'all how Jameis Winston was the man and how he was the guy that should be starting over Drew Brees. Now we're talking about this man out of the league. That's a different conversation we're having here. But, that's for the whole point. Yeah, I agree. I don't know if, he was that insightful to try to avoid the drama that they put Jameis out there. But, or kept him out there. But, hey, no, I agree. I think that's what had happened. I think not only would Jameis have – because you're talking about 237 yards and some rushing touchdowns and kind of say that this is a unpredictable offense. It's very predictable. He's not going to throw the ball. Let me predict that for you. He's not going to throw the ball. Not going to throw the ball very far. He's like 237 yards against the Falcons, bro.
Yeah.
So, he was like, what was it? We was 20 for 23 or something like that.
18 for 23.
18 for 23, bro. That's great completion percentage. Like, he balled out, bro. What are y'all talking about? If Carson Wentz has that
Nah,
game, Scruff's over here singing his praises.
It's a bunch
no.
I
of
mean,
niggas.
I'm
Carson
fine
Wentz
with
has
games
that
like
game.
that.
We're getting blown out because you can't throw 0 touchdowns
He look
and
better than
win.
Carson Wentz. I'll say
Hey, well,
that. Taysom
you
Hill
know
looks
who,
better than Carson Wentz.
you know who has a lot of games like that and still manages to win? My guy Alex Smith, right here, baby. Which leads me to my NFL takeaway, which I am very excited for, and I know a lot of people might not be excited for it, and I don't really blame them. My biggest NFL takeaway isn't from last week, but it's going into this week, the Thursday games. I'm a huge Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Huge football fan, huge Washington fan. So this year we got Dallas versus Washington. Huge rivalry Thanksgiving game. I'm looking extremely forward to it, like always, but mostly this year because we're playing for first place in the NFC East. Now this will probably be the most 2020, Thanksgiving NFC East first place battle possible. But like, you got 2, 3, and 7 teams playing for first place. You can't make that up. You're not gonna get that anywhere else. So it might be a stinker of a game because the teams aren't that great. But I know guys like me and Bryce, maybe some Dallas fans out there, all those guys will be glued to the screen watching every play while shoving their face with some ham.
I leave the swine alone. But hey, I'm with you, Ron. That game's gonna be lit, man. 4:30. I can't wait. I think the Washington football team will be number one in the NFC least. Hey, man, that division is ugly, man. I don't know if anybody deserves to get a W in that division. That division got me feeling like we should disband divisions and just have an open season in the league. The top 9 teams make the playoffs, regardless of division, because a 3-7 team should not be in the running for playoffs, man. I don't know.
So I mentioned that to also mention this because I knew someone would bring up the division thing. I think we should keep the divisions. And I think whether it's Washington, Philly, whoever wins that division, I think they deserve that playoff spot. Now, here's why. Because if we were talking about, getting rid of the division and giving that playoff spot to another team, it would be another team in that conference. Currently, the other teams contending are the Bears, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, Panthers. None of those teams to me scream playoff team. None of those teams to me say, if you put this division winner in over them, that's unfair because they deserved it. So, I mean, it could change, with a couple weeks left in the season, but I mean, like the Panthers are probably the best team I named that deserve a playoff spot over an NFC East team.
No, good point, man. After that top 9 that's locked in right now, nobody's really too impressive. Or was it top 7? My bad. Well, after that top 7, nobody's really too impressive. So I got to agree with that, man. Maybe we shouldn't disband the divisions, but the NFC East is just ugly, man. I don't know. The Eagles look horrible. The Cowboys look worse. The Giants might actually be the best team in the division right now, man. Shout out to G. He's off tonight, but I don't know, man. It's an ugly division, bro. Ugly.
I can't, man. I can't imagine people are looking forward to that game. I just, I honestly can't. I don't even like. I know. I don't really care about that game. Texans and Detroit, the game before that, I don't care. Like, these teams won't matter. You know what I'm saying? Even if an NFC East team makes the playoff, it'll be cool for the fan base to say, "Yeah, we made the playoffs," but who cares? Like, you're not beating anybody. So I don't know, man. Maybe they should. If you go to the playoffs under 8 wins, we should penalize you. Like, you gotta give them like a 4th-round draft pick or something. Like, that's your playoff fee. Like, if we have to put you over a winning team, you owe that team a pick or something. Like, that's crazy.
What's wild is if you win this division, you're probably gonna go from a top 10 pick to pick 19. So winning the division might hurt you long term the way these teams looking.
No, that's a fact.
I mean,
Nobody making them run.
That's a good point too. That maybe that's the penalty right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That leads me to my takeaway, which is, you know what I'm saying, something I talked about last week is, man, it's gonna be tough for the Ravens. They lost last week as I predicted, and now they got the Steelers this week, and I think that's another L. Short week, and I think in short weeks the better team has the advantage, and the Steelers look night and day the better team. My only question is, the recipe to beat the Ravens seems to be bully them. You know what I'm saying? Run the ball down their throat, do what they think they're good at. I don't know if the Steelers are built to just run the ball down their throat. I mean, if you're gonna throw, I think that's their bread and butter. Like they have a great secondary, so it might be a close game, but I still think the better team will find a way to win. Man, people seem to have figured out Lamar Jackson. Man.
Fact. This is a must. This is a must win for the Ravens, and this is like, this the type of game that could ruin that could literally ruin the Ravens season, man. I mean, because the Browns, they don't seem like they're going nowhere, and they schedule doesn't seem too tough going down the stretch, and the Titans look tough. I mean, the Raiders, they look like they've woken up. If the Ravens lose this game, we could probably count them out of the playoffs, man. So this is a must win in my eyes. But I do think Big Trust got something up his sleeve. I don't know, man. I'm not ready to count the Ravens out, man. I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. Unlike, I don't know, it seems like most these days, but I still got belief in Lamar Jackson. I think they can hang around. And I love the Steelers. I love what they're doing. Mike Tomlin, the best coach in the game. But 11-0. That gets to a historic. You're reaching historic levels now. I don't know when I watch that team if I see a historic team. You know what I mean? Like the defense is tough, the offense is explosive, but historic 11-0 team. I don't know. This could be the game that trips them up.
So you take the Steelers to lose this game? You go with Lamar Jackson on Thanksgiving?
I'm still on the fence on that, man. But I don't know, man. I don't want to go. I don't want to commit either way yet. It's gonna be a buzzer beater in my pick 'em, man. I might pick that game with 5 minutes to go.
I mean, this game is saving Thanksgiving football for for this year at least. Like, I don't know, man.
I'll be on the other side of that fence with a Lamar Jackson sign for you, bro. Like, come on over. It's happening. It's happening, man. The Steelers are not going 11-0. You've been right about the Ravens all year. I can't even argue your points. I think teams might have figured them out, but I just think the Steelers are going to slip up, man. I think this is the game that they slip up on, and the Ravens pull it out.
So this is a big day for who? Dez Bryant? like who's this a big day for?
Dez did surprise me last game. I ain't gonna lie.
It'll be a big day for Lamar. I think Lamar will have a nice little game, and he'll do what he needs to do to get the dub.
It's gonna have to be a big day for Lamar. I was just reading. I really, really, really want to pick the Ravens here, but everything's telling me not to pick the Ravens because, they got 2 running backs on COVID. They got J.K. Dobbins is on the COVID list, and Mark Ingram's on the COVID list. So I don't know who they're about to start at running back. They might need to start me at running back. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to start Lamar Jackson at running back for real. It's going to be a big day for Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson will have to be literally the entire offense against the undefeated team. I don't see it. I got the Steelers. Thank God for this game. You're right, T, because this Sunday football is horrible. Thanksgiving football is horrible. Thank God. I might not even watch football during the day. I might have to watch some real Thanksgiving festive movies or something.
The Macy's Day Parade.
If you watch the Macy's Day Parade, man.
What is that? There's other stuff on TV on Thanksgiving?
Man. Yeah, man.
I don't know, but I'm not trying to watch the Redskins. I'm not trying to watch the Redskins go head to head with the Dallas backup quarterback.
That's the story of Thanksgiving right there, man. That's how it all started, man. Cowboys versus Indians, man. Let's get it popping.
Philly fans don't want to watch that first place fly away.
Man.
Hey, yo, but I will say one thing real quick, man. With the Ravens, I'm done blaming Lamar Jackson, man. I'm about to start pointing my finger at the coaching, man. Horrible coaching. I mean, Lamar's saying he's getting to the line and other teams are calling out their plays, man. Like, unlock Lamar, bro. Stop treating Lamar like Cam, man. Don't run my man into the ground. Let's see what his arm, like T said earlier, you got to see what Taysom Hill got. I'm ready to see what Lamar got in just a more passing style offense, man. I'm ready to let him loose, man. Let's see it. It's now or never, because I don't think you're gonna beat the Steelers with that run game. Like, let Lamar loose. Let's see what he got.
I don't know, man. I think Greg Roman, I think that offense has been saving him. I don't think you want to see him go out there and drop back and throw 40 passes. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't think it's gonna go well for him. Ravens fans have been crying. Open up the offense. Get creative. They've been crying the same thing since Flacco and whoever else. Like, their offense is never open enough for them. And you got a dynamic player. You cater the offense to him, and they stop it, and you get mad. Like, if it's getting stopped, it's because he's limited. You know what I'm saying? Why did they craft that offense for him in the first place?
I feel you, man. But you keep doing the same thing over and over again. It gets towards insanity, man. And I think that, Roman ends up always falling out of favor, at all his stops because
Yeah.
it gets predictable and it gets too predictable. And it's time to let my man loose. Let's see what he got, man. You're not going to keep beating these teams, especially division. Y'all know how interdivision games go. These teams know you better than everybody. These teams know your plays. They know what you want to do. They know your weaknesses. They know your strengths. The best thing you can do now is to come with a little bit of that unpredictability factor, man. Let the man throw 30, 35 times. I'm ready to see it.
You can get that man killed out there. Drop back if you want against TJ Watt.
Hey, Lamar got some magic in that pocket, though, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Man, I'll tell you what. I'm done on. There's a couple guys I'm done on. Y'all ready? If y'all want to buy some stock, sell some stock, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
I'm done with Lamar Jackson. I'm selling that stock. Sell your Lamar Jackson stock. That was a stock that was very high last season. It's a quick, big-time flopper this year. I'm done with Lamar Jackson. I'm done with him. You know what else I'm done with? Carson Wentz. I'm done with Carson Wentz. I'm done with him. No longer is Carson Wentz that player, man. I got to stop living under this fantasy that he's going to be that player that he was 3 years ago. When he was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL on the run for the Eagles' Super Bowl. He ain't that player no more, man. The new name for Carson Wentz, my new nickname for Carson Wentz is the Master of Disaster. So you feel me? Next time y'all say Carson, don't say Carson Wentz. Y'all want to talk to me about Carson Wentz? You say call him the Master of Disaster. Well, that's his new name. Because all he does is drop back and it's fucking calamity every time. I watch him, and I'm just like, man. I go back there and I'm just like, oh, he go back there and then it's just like so quick. And he just can't give it up. He just can't lay it down. He just has to go and do some unbelievable shit. I'm just like, dude, are you serious? Like, I think he's like the white Jameis Winston for real.
Why when a quarterback is bad, we gotta call him Jameis?
But this guy wanted to start Jameis, though. This guy's wanted to start Jameis. Now Carson Wentz is the white Jameis, man. It's conflicting reports out of Jersey.
Whatever, man. Let's get into some other shit, bro. I'm done talking about this guy. I don't even want to talk about this boo boo.
So hold on. I want to jump back to what I said last week. Y'all believe Cam is done yet?
No.
Yes. No, man. Cam is not done, bro.
He's already been sold. Already sold. Bye.
Cam's done because he lost to Deshaun Watson.
I sold on him.
No, bro.
Drew Brees.
Y'all crazy, bro.
Sold my stock on Drew Brees.
Y'all crazy.
I sold him a while ago. Cam Newton sold on him. Selling on New York Jets quarterback. I'm pretty sure y'all been sold on him, but I'm done with him too.
Hey, I seem to remember a group chat where there was a certain quarterback that you were still sold on by the name of one Matthew Stafford. So while we're naming guys that we're kicking off the boat right now, I was just hoping that his name was on that list because I actually had him on my takeaways. I kind of wanted to bring that up. My man lost to a quarterback. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the XFL, but he lost to a guy by the name of PJ Walker. He started some games for the XFL this year.
I'm not for that shit. Let me tell you, y'all want to throw shade? I'm gonna throw light. Y'all go ahead. Y'all throw shade. I'll throw light. I'm gonna throw my flashlight. Throw my flashlight on PJ Walker. Is that his name? You said?
PJ Walker. He gave Matthew Stafford a nice little L. That Panthers defense held him scoreless.
Yes.
And when I did a little research, I was just like, my guy Matthew Stafford. These guys told me he was top 15, but so far this year he's only beat teams like Washington, Atlanta, and Jacksonville. Those don't sound like top 15 teams.
I mean, one of those teams might make the playoffs.
Let me get my shits off, man, real quick. Because look, this ain't about Matthew Stafford. You're taking this and turning it into a negative story, my friend, when it's actually a positive story. We're not going to do that. But what we will do is we will shed light on was this PJ Walker, right? Is his name? Shout out PJ Walker. PJ Walker from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Shout out PJ Walker. He's a Jersey kid. Yeah, hold up. Man. Wait for it. This kid's a good story. He's a Jersey kid. He played in the XFL last season for the Houston Roughnecks, undefeated in the XFL. And then he goes in and starts for the Panthers, 1-0 as a starter. Young black quarterback. Let's continue to give let's not Jameis Winston him. Clip his wings, all right? This
Bro.
kid's a story. This kid's a good player. It's got nothing to do with Matthew Stafford. Shout out to the kid PJ Walker. He balled
Look,
out,
man,
my friend.
I shout out to PJ Walker, man. He got the W. But this guy literally had a worse game than Taysom Hill. Had 2 red zone interceptions, and you just hated on Taysom Hill for 10 minutes straight. But you shot out PJ Walker. I'm confused, man. I'm confused. What's the threshold, man? Like, how are we judging guys, man?
PJ Walker just got in the league. Taysom Hill's been in the league trying to learn the offense for 4 years. You kidding me?
He got his first start, and he won. And you shitting on him, but PJ Walker is all of a sudden that guy after he throws 2 picks in the red zone. And beats Matt Stafford, the horrible Lions. All right, man. All right.
He got to win though.
Yeah.
PJ
Walker. PJ Walker had 3 years where he learned to
Y'all
play.
just told me y'all was mad at him. Y'all was saying Jameis should have played.
PJ
Taysom had 3 years to prepare
PJ
for that
didn't
game.
start over Jameis. You know what I'm saying? PJ didn't start over a legit quarterback. He was all they had.
That's the thing. Jameis is not proven to be a legit quarterback, man. I'm sorry.
Man, Jameis done got people paid, man. Rashard Perryman got him paid last year. Like,
hey, the Panthers had the chance. They had the chance to sign Jameis. They signed Teddy, and then they got PJ as the backup. Like let's do a scruff set. Let's make this positive about PJ. Leave clipless, wingless Jameis on out of here, bro. Go eat some W's.
They had the chance to sign Jameis. Are you telling me Jameis couldn't be 4-7 on that Panthers team?
I'm telling you that. I don't believe that he could. I really don't. I think the only W's that Jameis Winston eats is when he eats alphabet soup. Like my guy is trash, bro. Like I'm not a Jameis guy. I don't see what y'all see.
Yeah, man, we can't dog Stafford. Galladay wasn't there. Adrian Peterson got all the carries.
Oh no. We are dogging Stafford, bro. That was my takeaway. Was to dog. It says right here. It says dog Matthew Stafford. You probably can't even see it. Bro, Matthew Stafford ain't it. And my guy in the comments, bro. I don't know if you're a Lions fan. I'm not here to shit on the Lions, but Matthew Stafford just ain't it. It's time to move on. My man has 0 playoff wins in 10, 15 years.
Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than Matthew Stafford. All right, let me just put it in perspective. Matthew Stafford is a better quarterback than the Eagles, Redskins, Giants, Cowboys, all of them. Better quarterback than every quarterback in our division.
I don't know about Alex. I don't know if I'm taking Matt Stafford over Alex Smith right now.
No way I'm taking Matt Stafford over Alex Smith. Has Matt Stafford played in a championship game?
Has he played for anyone with the Lions? Oh, okay.
Matt Stafford had Megatron. He's like, come on, bro. Like Matt Stafford has had everything. Everything but a defense. He's had plenty on offense.
Y'all want me to take you to school real quick? Let me tell you something about the number one factor that you don't think about as an NFL analyst that I think about is the economy. You don't think about the economy when you think about this shit, right? You're never going to be good. You're never going to be good. You're never going to be good. You're never going to be successful as a quarterback when you play for a team in Cleveland, Cincinnati, Detroit. These are terrible economies for an NFL team. They're never going to be good because the owner doesn't put money behind them. The fan base doesn't really care about them. Nobody's going to be good in Detroit ever. Nobody's ever been good in Detroit besides Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is the greatest running back of all time. You're not going to be successful. They need to just remove the franchise and stop playing them damn Thanksgiving games, man. I'm done with that.
You do have a point there.
Sell the team. Sell the team.
The Lions couldn't even do anything with Barry Sanders, so I don't know why I expect Matt Stafford to do something. That's an excellent point.
Man.
I have always wondered why the Lions get those good things.
Cincinnati wasted a lot of careers too.
Yeah, but Cincinnati was also had the stretch of being one of the best teams in the league for years, man. Like,
they were fun to watch. I'm not gonna say
that.
The
Andy Dalton years. Nah, bro. If you go back and check the record when Marvin Lewis was the coach of the Bengals, bro, they were a really very, very good team, man. As Steelers fans and as Ravens fans, how good the Bengals were. I guarantee you, Hans will tell you.
You talking about the Carson Palmer years?
No, I'm talking about Andy Dalton and Carson Palmer years, both, man. They've had some teams. They were actually better than Andy Dalton years.
The Bengals and the Chargers are very similar franchises in the sense that they're great regular season teams. You don't want to run into them in the regular season. You see them in the playoffs, it might be a different story for a lot of different factors. But the Chargers historically and the Bengals have had some pretty solid regular seasons. You could throw the Colts in there.
Cowboys.
I'm just saying, man. It's kind of like if you're in one of those areas and there's certain demographics within the league, man. Those are booty markets, bro. Booty franchises, bro. Like you're not. It's not the same.
You ain't
Being a
have to take a shot
quarterback,
at their fans though.
step it up, man. Step it up.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
gotta make it. Ain't like Kansas City. All right, Kansas City. All right, you can say okay, maybe you can say that okay, they're like a middle of the tier franchise, but yeah, they got a history, man. They got a good organization there. But like the Lions, the Bengals, the Browns, I'm trying to think of some other teams that just deserve to just be disbanded from the league.
I'm not going to shit on the Browns, man, especially their fans. Because, hey, if any fans I can stick to what the Browns have endured, and them fans still go crazy for the Browns, man. They might have the best fans in the league because they've been through some dark days, man.
The Browns have the best fans around the world. It's not like y'all are some loyal people.
Pull your bootstraps up.
Bootstraps. Oh man!
Shout out my guy Ocho Cinco.
Jacksonville too. Might as well get them out of here too.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Get them out of here. Let's get some new blood out here. Might as well send them guys to like Europe or something. Come on.
Dang, bro. Scrub ruthless tonight. Hey man, we done killed these NFL takeaways, man. Let's keep it pushing, man, to the next biggest news. This is some culture news right here, man. Everybody was tuned in. If you weren't, you missed out, man. A classic versus battle. Might be the best one yet, just for the crazy energy that was in the room. You know, we had Gucci Mane versus Jeezy. Let me tell you about this name Jeezy, man. It was a crazy battle. I want to get y'all's reactions, bro, because my man Gucci had zero respect on stage, but I respected it. Man. I'm gonna start with T Boogie, man. What's your instant reaction from the battle, bro?
All right, so my instant reaction is that Jeezy won the battle, right? But Gucci won the war. Jeezy. I mean, he went in there with a solid game plan. He played his first album, which is a classic. He played probably 9-10 records off it. I was a little disappointed in that. I thought he had a bigger repertoire. But he was trying to win. He wanted to win the verses. Jeezy came out there. I mean, Gucci came out there to, you know what I'm saying, to win the war. To win that man, to take that man hard on stage. And I think he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Disrespecting his dead homie, all of that stuff, man. Like, honestly, I don't want to celebrate that type of behavior, but I respect it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that fits what and who we think Gucci Mane is. You know what I'm saying? Clone Gucci or Gucci now. I was happy to see Gucci Mane being himself out there. And I was a little disappointed at Jeezy talking about some one thing for sure, two things for certain. That man just disrespected your man, and you know what I'm saying? You telling him he need to be more mature. You sent somebody to kill this man. How he gonna outgrow that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you sent somebody to rob and kill this man, and then you telling him he not being mature enough. I thought you know what I'm saying? I thought Jeezy looked a little soft up there. I was glad there wasn't no violence. And remember last episode I said you think they're gonna perform together? That's what they hit us with at the end. So, you know what I'm saying? I was glad to see they at least pieced it up to do that much. But it's always gonna be beef for Gucci, and I don't blame him.
Man, Gucci was using all fighting words. When he said we smoking on that Pookie Loke pack tonight, I was like,
yeah.
Whoa. I made that little emoji face with the big eyes, like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Where we going with this? Man, Gucci had no punches back. He said, you do it again, I'm gonna send them back to you in the box again.
Back
I'm like,
to you
whoa.
in the box.
Whoa, Gucci ain't playing no games. And T, man, I think you hit it on the head, bro. There's no coming back from trying to kill me. I'm sorry. If you try to kill me every time I see you, it's fuck you. I mean, even if I'm able to outgrow, I don't want to throw my life away by trying to kill you. It's like, we never going to be cool. We never going to be cool at all, Ron. What do you think about the battle, Ron?
Man, I thought it was wonderful, bro. Like, it was great for hip hop, you know, all that type of stuff. But kind of what T said, man, like, Jeezy definitely won the battle, but I think they both just came out and kept it real. Like, they stayed true to who they were. Like, Gucci came out there talking shit, like we all know. Like, and I think that's what we all expected to an extent, right? Like, Gucci Mane wasn't going back down. Gucci Man wasn't going, you know what I'm saying, like be up there trying to wave a peace flag or squash something. Like if anyone was going to get the record, it was going to be Gucci, and Gucci was going to be straight with it, and he would have been fine about it the day after too. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't have felt no type of way. But I like Jeezy's take on it too, man. I thought Jeezy was very true to himself. Like that's young Jeezy. That's who he's grown into. He's always been like a cool, you know what I'm saying, smooth kind of guy. So I felt like, you know what I mean, they both I don't want to say played into their characters because I think that's who they really are, but they definitely just stayed true to who they were and let the music speak for themselves, which was refreshing to see. I'm glad they did the So Icy thing at the end, and you know it was good for the culture.
Yeah, I agree, man. And I also think that Gucci, man, although he lost the battle, I feel like Gucci got so many songs. He just left so many hits on the table. Like we ain't get no Trap House 3. I don't think he played Freaky Girl. Hey, man, these is bangers, man. Those are automatic
Yeah.
W. Those are automatic round winners, man. Scrubs, chime in, bro.
All right. Well, when it comes down to the music, which is really what it's all about, all these games and stuff. I love the energy what Gucci came in with. I think Gucci came in with from a competitor standpoint, and you come in and it's almost like you make the other person uncomfortable. And Bryce know from my brand of how I play defense. That's how I play defense. That's how I come to play. That's how I go head to head. I make you feel uncomfortable. And that's what Jeezy did. Gucci did. Gucci made me uncomfortable, and I feel like he probably took the first 4 songs. With that being said, Jeezy slow burned it real quick. He was just kind of easing his way into it. He seemed like he had a really methodical game plan. He eased his way into some of his stuff. He told a story, worked his way into it, and then when he started heating up, and he started never letting go. Now, basically, what I saw was Gucci coming with a whole bunch of smoke. Jeezy just let the music do the talking. When it comes to like how they handle themselves, I think Gucci really had the room on lock, and he had the energy of the room on lock, and you could feel it for the first part. But then probably about 6, 7 songs in, Jeezy kind of took it over, and he never handed it back. So I'd say it was Jeezy. He took over. Shout out Gucci, man. He brought good energy and he came competitive. But I feel you on what y'all saying about him. But what I saw was Jeezy looked like he let the music do the talking. He said, "Quick, kill all that noise and play this music." Gucci ended up going up there looking a little petty, looking a little childish, if you ask me. Jeezy ended him on a couple times. I think he just kept winning. He just kept winning as the night went on. He just kept winning. The little outfit reference, yeah, whatever. Gucci's outfit was fire. I ain't gonna hold you on that. But hey, if you listen to the song that he dropped, the Black Almighty Dollar, he said Gucci don't care about us. Literally, Gucci don't care about us. We're wearing all these bogus brands, man. Get you some gas gear. Get you some black-owned excellence. You feel me? Stop rocking all that Gucci, man. They don't give a fuck about us. So him over here wearing all that Gucci. Yeah, I know his name's Gucci, but he ain't getting paid for that, man. So miss me with all that. He won. Then he was talking all that nonsense. He said, yeah. I got $10 million in jewelry on you. Whatever. He said, yeah, man, get your real estate game up, man. Invest. Get your money right, young hustlers. It's a difference, man. It's a difference between being hood and being street, man. Gucci, hood. Gucci, hood. Jeezy, street. Difference. Totally different. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain it to y'all individually. Hit me on my jack.
You can't, you know what I'm saying? It struck me as odd when I know that moment you're talking about. Gucci said, I got $10,000 worth of clothes on. Look at me and look at him. You know what I'm saying? And it struck me as odd that my man said, I own half of Atlanta. Like, right then and there, I know you've seen the tweets by now, like, bro, you're not Tyler Perry. You don't own half of Atlanta.
Right. What are you talking about?
On top of that, when you look through the research, Gucci has more money than you. You know what I'm saying? So don't give me all this big boy talk and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You still have less money than that man. Then you got on stage and got punked by that man. You know what I'm saying? Did you have better career success? Yes, you was always signed to a major. You know what I'm saying? Gucci wasn't signed to a major. Gucci is still more connected to the music industry than Jeezy. I can't find an avenue that Jeezy wins, you know what I'm saying, head to head, other than he had more pop success. You know what I'm saying? He had more chart success. Man, you got Migos, you got OJ the Juice Man, Waka Flocka. Even now, I don't know if y'all listen to Pooh Shiesty. Gucci is connected to all of these artists. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole umbrella. I said that last time. He's like the Bill Walsh of trap music. Like, I don't know, man. I thought Jeezy tried to do his little grown man, but like, you talking to a man that you sent somebody to kill, they got killed. You tell him invest his money in real estate. He has more money than you. I don't know, man. Jeezy lost points to me. You know what I'm saying? I was never high on Jeezy anyway, because like you said, it's difference between street and hood. I feel like Jeezy's image has always been street. It's always been kind of like Pusha T. It's almost luxury coke flow, luxury bars. You know, a lot of numbers, a lot of prices. Gucci sound like he was outside in the trap. You know what I'm saying? You look at him, you could tell he was outside going hand to hand. He had a trap house. Jeezy was with BMF, and it's kind of a lot of people making a lot of money. I get it, but I don't know. Jeezy lost some points to me, man.
Man, I couldn't agree with that more, bro. I couldn't agree with that more. You can't play the righteous card after you try to have somebody killed, bro. It does not work like that, bro. You can't sit here on this stage and act like you're Dr. Martin Luther King after you done pulled the most heinous move out there, and then your man got killed, and then you didn't. I'm not trying to get into the retaliation, but you ain't do nothing about it at the end of the day, man. Like you just can't have it both ways, Jeezy. Your music was great, man. You that dude, but there's not, and hey, I'm not in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But it's not a ton of evidence that says Jeezy is that guy that he says he is. But there's a whole lot of evidence that Gucci is, and that battle alone is evidence that Gucci is what he has always stood on, man. And I just feel like
Gucci still got music on the radio right now, so
like, we're not gonna give Jeezy any credit for growth though, because by and large, Gucci is the same person he was when I first heard him. You know, he's changed somewhat. He's changed somewhat. Like he's lost weight and he probably don't do as many drugs, but like Jeezy's grown up. Jeezy's grown up. Like Gucci still talking about doing the same shit, acting ignorant and all that. Which I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's really who he is. So I don't have like an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like y'all, I've already alluded to. Jeezy tried to have this man killed. So if you want to get up on stage and you know what I'm saying, feel a certain way, I ain't got no problem with that. What I'm saying is where Jeezy's coming from is like it's bigger than Gucci versus Jeezy. It's like y'all are two prominent rappers in hip hop, both probably legends that affect other rappers, other people in the culture that look up to y'all. So doing this is bigger than, you know what I'm saying, sitting up there and just talking shit back and forth.
Man,
that's where Jeezy was coming from.
If that was the case, Jeezy would have never made it a stunting game. Let's have a real estate battle. Like you still trying to battle me in some way. You still trying to be petty. You just trying to take the political correct petty. Like that don't get no points from me, man. I can see through that.
Is it petty or is it just more mature? Like a more mature.
No, what it is, it's trying to play to an image. It's trying to play the political correctness. It's trying to be fake, man. Gucci 100% real. He got on that stage and was 100% real. Jeezy got on that stage with a Black Mafia family shirt on. If you know anything about Black Mafia family, what that represents, he wouldn't be wearing the shirt if he wasn't trying to play both sides, bro. You try to play both sides, 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
I wanted to bring this up too because I wanted to see what y'all think about this because we talking about too, like Scruff said it. We got a dude who's very street. Gucci's very hood. At the very beginning of this Verzuz battle, we had an appearance from Stacey Abrams telling people to get out and vote in Georgia. I don't know if y'all peeped that part or not when y'all tuned in. But at the very beginning of it, she was telling people to get out the vote. How did that come across to y'all? Did that come across as misplaced? Do you think that message was effective? Do you think people that were watching that, that were in Georgia, that you think that's going to help anything? Or do you think that, a prominent political figure like Stacey Abrams saying her piece and then Jeezy and Gucci getting all gangster in the street with it, does that really work for the culture? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like what are the real takeaways from that?
Hey, go ahead, T.
It was misplaced.
No, I didn't think it was misplaced at all. I mean, I think that literally is the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you're in the streets, just because you know what I'm saying, you might live a life that isn't necessarily respected, you still got to get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? You still got to figure out, that's what these guys in the street doing. I mean, might be going about it the wrong way, but they're trying to better their situation. That's what Stacey Abrams is up there doing. She's trying to better people's situation. She's an organizer. She brings people out. She swung Georgia on her own by most accounts. So I can't say anything she's doing is the wrong way. And look at the numbers. They had like 1.8 million viewers. Like, where are you going to get better exposure? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I thought it was fine. I thought it fit. I don't care if you selling whatever you selling. You can still get out there and vote. If you can wait,
I agree with you. I agree with you, T. But my question really is like I think me and you will feel that way. But does that affect the person who's out there doing what they're doing? Do you think they saw that and they're going to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that going to hit them the way it needs to?
I feel what you're saying, bro.
It may not resonate with them, but all you can do is try. You know what I'm saying? All you can do is keep throwing darts and hopefully something lands. And that was a big dart in my opinion.
I'm gonna stay away from the political landscape, man, because y'all. I think everybody on this panel knows how I feel about that. Don't for one second think that both of these sides not to your detriment. And like Scrub said earlier, if you really want to get some real knowledge on that, you can hit my line directly and we can have that talk. But I'm not even gonna get on this into that conversation, man, because the truth is the truth. You feel me?
I'm gonna get into something. It's not necessarily political, but it stems from that. It just stems with just the message of the evening. I think like when you have Nancy, Stacey Abrams coming on there talking what she was talking about, trying to bring a light, bring awareness to what's going on. I think Jeezy was trying to use the platform for promoting himself, putting out his new music, which we've seen a couple artists do. The thing about Gucci, yeah, he was real. It was 100% real. But the problem was it was real toxic behavior ultimately because, like, you know, the whole point of the Verzuz is to go back in time, right? Kind of like time machine ourselves back. So, yeah, we was living in 2008, and that's a great place to live on the night of a Verzuz when we're trying to relive those vibes. So for the purpose of the Verzuz, I totally get it. But, like, in 2020, to be holding on to, you know, I know that somebody try to kill you, I get it. But, like, you know, be holding on to that in 2020, regardless of whatever it is, it's time to move on from that shit. And the whole point of it was to, you know, showcase two artists to do what they're doing. Jeezy did it well. I think Gucci did it too. And Gucci's going to get a lot of streams off of it. And, you know, he's exposed his music and he's still very relevant. But, you know, I just think, like I say, it's just, you know, you don't want to be living in the past, you know what I'm saying? And I just think that's for anybody out there taking, you know, Gucci, Jeezy, whatever, just like anybody out there listening, like, just don't hold on to your past and don't be holding on to shit that happened to you 10 years ago. Because, like, holding on to it, it may look cool in the moment for y'all watching and shit because y'all trying to relive that moment. But reality is you can't live 10 years in the past. You got to live in the moment, man.
But
bro, I think someone trying to kill you is where that line gets drawn, bro. Like, I got to disagree with that, bro. Like, somebody trying to murder you is where that line. And if Gucci, and everybody's saying Gucci didn't change, Gucci didn't do this, Gucci didn't do that. If he didn't, he would have never been on that stage. If he didn't, he would have never performed So Icy. We're not giving Gucci no credit for even being on that stage, bro. Did you see after the battle? I don't know if y'all peeped this on the social medias, man. After the battle, Gucci was at the gas station with armed security. In this man's mind, he still has to think like that because this dude tried to kill him, bro. And I think, shout out to Michelle, I think she just made a great point. She said, did Jeezy grow or did he just change his image / persona? I think that's what we're looking at. A guy that's crafted his image, crafted his political correctness, made it appear something that is not, but still gets on stage and wears a black mafia family tee. That should show you right there, bro. Like, look, I got to see through it, man.
You know why Jeezy's image resonates with a lot of people, right? Because you've seen it before, right? And you've seen it done successfully. But it's honestly the outlier. You know what I'm saying? It's super rare that this happens, but this is the same image that Jay-Z has. You know what I'm saying? You went from a street dude to now you're this entrepreneur, you're all about positivity and all of that, but yet you still have the BMF. You don't get to just change your clothes, put on a suit and grab an Asian woman and say, all that is behind me. I'm not that guy. And then pop up with, but I'm still BMF. Like what are you, bro? Are you Big Meech? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you? And I think it's a good sell because if you like Jay-Z, that's going to resonate with you. But it's not Jay-Z. It's not. Just saying you own half of Atlanta, it's words. Show me what you own. Where you have a restaurant? What do you have? Like apartments? Rollo, my man Rollo. If y'all know Atlanta rap, Rollo had apartments. He put his whole hood on. Got him locked up, but it's not hard to buy real estate down south.
All I'm saying is Joe Biden ain't gonna call Gucci Man to come speak at no political rally.
And look, and if I was Gucci, I wouldn't want Joe Biden to call me. So don't call me, Biden. Don't call me, Sleepy Joe.
But that's the problem. Like I feel like the majority of Jeezy fans, you know what I'm saying? Jeezy has a lot of crossover appeal. So at least half his fans are already doing the right thing. They're already voting. Half of Jeezy fans never sold a drug. There's a reason why we don't know a lot of Gucci songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying we collectively. You know what I'm saying? But it's a reason why. Like what he's talking about, what he talked about, everybody can relate to that. That's not something you can put on pop stations. That's not something you can tidy up and make it to this friendly image.
I don't know.
Hey,
I
that's
don't
a
know.
fact, bro.
Shout out Jeezy St. Patrick.
I have a lot of wide variety of friends of all kinds of races, and I feel like everybody fucks with Gucci. Like I feel like Gucci gets that crossover love regardless of all the trap talk. Now maybe you can't package that up and go have a meeting with Joe Biden, but I wouldn't think that Cardi B could have a meeting with Joe Biden, and she has. So I don't know. I don't know.
Why?
I don't.
Cardi B has
A
mass
meeting with
appeal
Joe,
too.
a meeting with
Yeah,
Joe
but she's
Biden.
also in the same way that she has like her songs are inappropriate. In the same way that a lot of Gucci stuff that you're talking about, like if I'm Joe Biden or I'm running for office, I don't know if I want to talk about WAP with Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Like
But
you
I mean,
gotta.
these are people that have major industry machines behind them. You know what I'm saying? They signed to make, and that's
Yeah,
part of the reason why Jeezy
that
doesn't
is.
have as much money as Gucci with more success. You signed your life away to a major. You know what I'm saying? They're eating half of whatever you make, and then you got to pay all your team, your security. Young don't do security. Yes, you do.
Yeah, and then you
Yes,
become, and then you become a political puppet for them to use you after you were detrimental to your own community with your words. They use you as a political puppet, man. Like you got to see through these images, man. This thing is it's a game. It's a game. And then one thing Jeezy did not do, he did not fool me with that righteous talk. It wasn't
me
happening.
either. Me either. But you know what I'm saying? I still think he won the battle. When it comes down to music versus music, I think he won. I think he won.
I give him that. But Gucci left a lot of hits on the table. Gucci left hits on the table.
Definitely.
Well, Gucci wasn't there for that, and I don't blame him.
Facts.
And I don't
Yeah.
blame him.
Enough.
Kick your little rounds. I kick my real facts.
Enough, man. Enough with the beef, man. Enough with the beef talk, man. No more beef. It's 2020. It's been a rough year for all of us, man. You feel me? It's a time to give thanks, fellas. You feel me? We've had a lot to be thankful for. We've had a lot to be upset about this year, but all in all, the good overtakes the bad. So as we are approaching this momentous holiday, one of the great holidays in America, we have a special top 5 segment for y'all. It's a personal favorite for all of us. You know, top 5 Thanksgiving dishes as we enter the Thanksgiving season. And I was just telling the fellas when we were doing this before the show, my top 5 changes every year. Like I never have the same top 5 because every year I'm just looking forward to different things more than others. So I'm curious to see how everyone's top 5 is going to shake out. T, you look like you have a good top 5, so let's start with you.
All right, man. So this took a lot of thought, man. It took a lot of thought because I don't know, man. This could go so many different ways. But all right, so my top 5 Thanksgiving dish, and I don't even know if it's a traditional dish, but it's always there when I'm there. And number 5, I got the deviled egg, man. That deviled egg is so clutch, man.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't care, man. You always gotta throw 1 or 2 of those on your plate. You know what I'm saying? And people make them a variety of ways. The ingredients is like that crab dip. You know what I'm saying? The ingredients always a little different, but it always hit the same. So I'm gonna go with that deviled egg and that
Hey,
number.
what's that little red stuff they put on top, bro? That little red stuff, man.
I think that's Hungarian smoked paprika.
Hungarian smoke.
Hungarian smoked.
Yeah, that paprika. You know what I'm saying? That pap. All right, man. Number 4 is just personal to me. It's not necessarily a Thanksgiving dish, but while everybody looking for the sweet potato pie and the pumpkin pies, I'm looking for the cheesecake, man. Who brung a cheesecake? Homemade, store bought. Who brung a cheesecake? I'm always there for a cheesecake. Got one in the fridge right now. Number 3 is a staple. If it's not there, you know what I'm saying? It's not Thanksgiving. The mac and cheese. The mac and cheese, man. And please don't put no breadcrumbs on the mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be. I don't want to be culturally insensitive, but please don't put no breadcrumbs on the mac and cheese.
Please do culturally insensitive. I've told any of my white friends that are listening, I've already talked to you about this. Do not put breadcrumbs on your mac and cheese. T's telling you right now. Listen to my man. Don't do it.
What about the jalapenos?
Nah, hold off on those, man. Say those are Taco Tuesday.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but white people are explorers. You know what I'm saying? They adventurous. That's what they do, man. Nothing is ever good enough. Why you got to throw a jalapeno and breadcrumb on the mac and cheese? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Don't make no sense.
You know what I'm saying? They got the little in the green bean casserole. They got the little onion straws and all that. It's too much, man. It's too much. Go back to the basics. But all right, man. My number two, and this is I'm not gonna say it's underrated because it's the focal point of every Thanksgiving, but the turkey. You know what I'm saying? I'm there for the turkey too because I'm not getting no turkey any other time of the year. Like, there's no other time of the year where I go somewhere and I want, a slice of turkey breast. Like, never. It's just not happening. So that the turkey and I don't want the traditional baked turkey. You know what I'm saying? Fry that thing. I'm smoking mine this year like I did last year. If you need some cooking tips, I'm also Chef Boogie. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up. I can get you through your Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? If you just met a nice young man and you don't know what to do with the turkey, just holler at me. I got you. You know what I'm saying? We can Zoom it. I get you there. And number one, this is gonna be a controversial pick, man. I feel like this is crazy, but them chitlins, boy.
Oh man,
no. You are not even serious.
Hey, it's not.
Nah.
Hey, if you know me, you know what I'm saying. You've known me for any amount of time. You know, Thanksgiving I gotta have them chitlins. Christmas I'm looking for them too, just in case there's something left over from Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying, on them shelves. Them chitlins, y'all do the chitlins?
Man, I might have a small taste every 5 years. I don't eat pork no more, so now it's out of the question. But back in the day, I might taste.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. You know, I'm probably just closer to the original black man. You know what I'm saying? I think that might.
Definitely, yeah.
That's slave food, but
y'all got too much slave master in y'all DNA. Y'all lost your love for chitlins.
Definitely lost that.
Chitlins now.
Definitely lost that one. Definitely lost that one.
Hey, bro, the chitlins with the hot sauce. Come on, man. Don't nobody make chitlins in y'all family? Nobody?
No, they do.
No. It's there every year. It's there every year.
Okay.
I think there was some disconnect when I moved to Virginia. I must have lost that portion.
I'm just making sure, y'all. That mean we all family, like I thought. Somebody making them chitlins. Somebody got that stanky pot on the stove.
Yeah,
boy.
It's definitely
house stank for weeks, boy. Can't get that smell out with Lysol.
That's the good stank. But that's my list, man. Number one, man, them chitlins. If you invite me on Thanksgiving, have them chitlins or I'm going home.
Sorry, T. I guess you won't be eating in my household. But I respect it, man. That was a curveball. I wasn't expecting you to say chitlins, number one. Boy, that's strong. All right. I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to top that, but Rome, why don't you go ahead and tell us your top five?
All right, bet. I definitely don't have no curveball, chitlins, nothing of that variety coming up. I do like what you said about the deviled eggs. It made me kind of want to switch it, but I'm a rock with what I got. Number 5, man, my top 5 foods for Thanksgiving. Number 5, I gotta have me some potato salad. It's got to be made a certain way. I gotta a lot of these. My top 5 it's got to be my mama's cooking or somebody in my family. Like, I gotta watch you cook it, or you know what I mean. Like, it's certain people cook a certain way, and I don't like everybody's potato salad. I'm gonna just be honest. Kind of like T was saying with the breadcrumbs. Some cultures like to mix some random stuff in the potato salad. Like, have you ever took a scoop of potato salad and tasted raisins? Yeah, I'm not going back over there.
I don't like that.
Not going over there for Thanksgiving.
Potato salad, man. Don't let them gentrify your potato salad.
Yeah, a lot of my Thanksgiving food, if I can be fair here, it needs to be cooked by a black woman. I'm like, and anyone else who can do it, if you can do it, more power to you. I just need to see it first. But I need a black woman to cook my Thanksgiving meals.
You need to see it. What she gotta look like?
I need to see
it. You gotta have that. You gotta have that big elbow, boy. You gotta have that big elbow.
You took the words out of my mouth, boy.
Everybody with the big elbow can cook. If you got the big elbow, your potato salad is bomb, and I will gladly try it.
You need a little. Yeah.
If you don't got the fat on the back of the arm, like you feel me, that big yam on the back, then that joint ain't good. You know what time it is, bro. You need
Hey,
that.
Scruff said it, man. Scruff said it. Number 4, yams, sweet potatoes or yams, man. Whatever you wanna get. I'm fine with both of them as long as you can make them right. Add what you need to add because I don't like them. I don't like them bland, man. I gotta have some
with the
type of seasoning
marshmallow
on
on
my.
top.
Oh yeah, we can
I
do
could
that.
do the marshmallow. I
You can do
prefer it
that.
without the marshmallow.
The
I prefer it
syrupy ones
without,
is better
but
though.
I could do it. That's better than the breadcrumbs. And number 3, man, I gotta go with pumpkin pie. Really, we could have done a whole
Pumpkin
nother
pie.
one. Oh,
You're a
pumpkin
loser.
pie for sure. Y'all don't like pumpkin pie? That's crazy, bro. Pumpkin pie is a must have. Every Thanksgiving for me with the whipped cream on top. I could have done a whole top 5 on just Thanksgiving desserts, but pumpkin pie is my dessert of choice for
Pumpkin
sure.
pie come with the raisin potato salad.
No,
Bro,
not up in here. Not up in here.
you can get some good pumpkin pie, man. I've had it.
All
I've had
right,
it
buddy. All
before.
right.
I've had it before.
Number 2, man. I gotta go with ham, bruh. I can't do turkey. So this is my thing with the ham versus the turkey, right? I don't like dry meat. And I've had good turkey. I've had, fried turkey that's not as dry as the baked turkey, but I'll probably never eat baked turkey again in my life. Like that's trash, bro. Like I'd rather chew on a tire. If the turkey's not done right, I'm probably not even going to taste it. So for me, it's got to be ham or chicken, some type of other meat. Personally, I prefer ham. Ham is my thing. And number 1, man, the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese because it's bigger than Thanksgiving. I could have mac and cheese July 8th, June 2nd. I don't give a damn if it's Thanksgiving, bro. Give me my mama's baked mac and cheese. I will fight you for it too. To be fair, bro, like we can square up for some mac and cheese. Like I'm not above taking the last bit of mac and cheese. And, oh, so and so ain't had a plate yet. Well, they should have been got up. They should have
Bruh.
been got up, bro. The
But
the mac and cheese is for me, bro.
I'm not
My
buying
mom
it.
makes me my own. Like
Jeezy wouldn't have fought Gucci over no mac and cheese.
well, then Jeezy ain't had my mama's mac and cheese because I would have fought Gucci. I would have been like, you killed my man's, bring him back, send the box. We all eating this mac and cheese, bro. Like that mac and cheese is serious for me. So that's my top 5, bro.
Good
That's my
list.
top 5.
Yeah, I respect it. I respect it.
It's a good list.
Pumpkin pie could have went either way, but I respect it.
Yeah,
Gotta go that way.
controversial pick with the pumpkin pie of all the pie
Hey,
selections. Pumpkin
pie over chitlins any day though.
Nah,
Oh, yeah.
you gotta be true to yourself, bro.
Hey, pumpkin pie is very festive. It's a fall kind of dessert. So Bryce, why don't you go ahead and give us your 5?
All right, man. My number 5, man. Let me preface this by saying I hate this number 5. I hate this shit. I don't even like it. I don't know why I eat it. But every year for the past 15, 20 years, it's ended up on my plate somehow. And that's the cranberry sauce, man. I'm talking about that shit right out the can, boy. Like they mix it up sometimes they don't. I don't know why I put it on my plate, but I always get a little scoop, man. I gotta have a little taste of it every Thanksgiving. I don't
Hey,
even
man.
like it.
Hey, when that cranberry hit that mac and cheese,
You know what I'm saying, bro? It just bring everything else up. It elevates the taste a little bit. It's almost like a condiment almost. You know what I'm saying?
that's a
I don't
fact.
even like it though. I don't even like it, but I always get it, so I must like it. I don't know. So number 5, cranberry sauce, man. Number 4, I'm surprised nobody had this, man. Depending on where you're from, you might call it dressing, but in my family, we call it stuffing. I love the stuffing, man. You got to put some gravy on that stuffing, man. If you don't got the stuffing next to the turkey, you're losing. Number 3, you got to get your veggies in, man. Them greens. If I don't got some greens on my plate on Thanksgiving, something is wrong, man. And T was talking about chitlins. Back in the day, man, it's a perfect combo. The chitlins and the greens, maybe a little potato salad on the side. You can't go wrong with that. I think those kind of go hand in hand. Number 2, man, and 2 and 1, man. Really, we can call these 1A and 1B because these are two of my favorite foods, not just Thanksgiving foods. So number 2, it was a toss-up. I just put them in order, I guess. Mac and cheese, man. The mac and cheese, but it got to be right. I think we all kind of hit on that. If the mac and cheese is not hitting on Thanksgiving, that can ruin the whole spread. Like, who made this mac? This mac is not right. I'm asking who made it. Like, get this mac out there. We might have to redo this mac tonight. And number 1, it's the yammetries, man. The yams. If the yams not on the plate, man, Hey man, I use the word yams are so good. I use them for other meanings too. They got double meanings in my book. If you hear me talking about yams, I might
Oh
not
man,
be
it's
talking
a
about the
double
oranges.
entendre.
You
Either
know,
way, I'm
it's a
hitting the
double.
yams on
It's a
Thanksgiving.
double. You know what I'm saying? If I say good yams, you might not know what I'm talking about. If I say good yams, you might have to ask me to clarify. But the yams are most definitely my number one. That's my top five.
The almighty yams. The almighty yams. Hell yeah, bro. I'm about to actually make a remix of the Jeezy song. It's about to be called The Almighty Yams. It's about to be dropping it next week on Apple Music. Keep a lookout for it. It's going to be some real heat. Real heat. But nah, real solid list, B. My list going to look kind of similar, actually. But so my number 5, you named it. Stuffing, man. I don't eat stuffing any other time of the year but Thanksgiving. So yeah, stuffing. Number 5, throw some gravy on that junk. It'd be litty. My sister made really good stuffing. Now number 4, I don't really like turkey, bro. I don't know. I used to be like T. I'd get like one little piece, but these days I just don't really have any interest in eating the turkey at all. So I don't even eat turkey on Thanksgiving. But if you got a good fried chicken wing or some fried chicken, throw me some fried chicken on the plate. That would be the perfect piece for me on Thanksgiving. Number 3, got to put the representation of all the food groups. So greens, you feel me? Greens is a must on Thanksgiving because with all the other stuff that you eat, and if you don't have your greens, you got to keep that train floating, my man. So greens for your life, for the balance on the plate, man. Make your grandma proud. You got to put some greens on the plate. I got yelled at when I was young, and they said, yo, you got to put some greens on your plate. You feel me? Others, people's aunties and grandmas like, yo, the boy tripping, he don't got no greens on his plate. Like, nah, you ain't gonna get me. I know better. Greens is in my top 3. All right. Now, Bryce, like you said, I got the same top 2, but the orders be flipping, flopping, bro. Every other year, yams has been my number 1, but yams actually has fallen this year to number 2. Number 2, the best yams, bro. When you got that real thick syrup, you know what I'm saying, and just. I do bangs with the marshmallow Jones. That's on my sister's side. You know what I'm saying? We get right with those. But yo, my boy Reek, we do a Friendsgiving every year. Oh man, this guy's yams, bro. No homo. This guy's yams, bro. Once they no yams, like literally be done. Like there'll be like people be like trying to like take a little bit, like sipping the syrup. That's how good it be. Them yams, bro. And then when you put the yams on the plate, you was talking about the cranberry sauce, man. You put the yams on the plate next on the number 1 side, which is the mac and cheese. When the mac and cheese and the yams touch together, oh man, some people have even quoted it as black excellence itself. When the yams and the mac and cheese come together, baby, oh man, it's so good. Mac and cheese is my number 1, man, because I'll tell you why. It's normally not my number 1. Yams is really my number 1. But this year, bro, I've been boycotting mac and cheese, man. Not like in general. Nah, because like I kind of have high standards when it comes to mac and cheese, man. Like we used to have a conversation about this the other day. Like I don't know nobody. Like if I go to like a restaurant, I ain't messing with your mac and cheese. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not going. I go anywhere restaurant. I'm not eating the mac and cheese. If I go to like a Popeyes, I'm definitely not eating the mac and cheese. If I go to like a Chick-fil-A, I'm definitely not eating the mac and cheese. If I go to a soul food spot, maybe I'll try the mac and cheese. Maybe. But I only mess with the baked mac and cheese, bro. If it ain't baked mac and cheese, you know what I'm saying? With that, that right combination, I don't want it, bro. If you make your mac and cheese in the pan or the pot, I don't want it. I don't want it. Straight up. If the mac and cheese ain't right, it ain't right. You feel me? So real, true Thanksgiving's got to have the baked mac and cheese. If it ain't baked mac and cheese, don't even invite me.
Hey, I respect that top 5, man. Before we get off the Thanksgiving topic, y'all got any great Thanksgiving stories, man? Because I know I got one, man. And I got to bring it up on the show, man. This is when I was fresh out of college, man. I was probably about 21, 22, still on my wild boy life, you know what I mean? And Thanksgiving Day, I had one of them special magical brownies, man, thinking, it was just gonna make my appetite great, man. It was gonna just make my appetite perfect, ate a little too much of it. Ended up sleeping through the prayer, sleeping through the meal. I'm on the couch knocked out. My whole fam taking selfies with me. I'm just knocked, man. I wake up like, hold on. I missed the prayer. I missed the meal. This is my favorite meal, man. I gotta go scoop through all the dishes while everybody else already ramsacked them, man. I was so blown, bro. I was so blown. I learned my lesson, man. I'm never no more magical brownies for me, man. Especially during Thanksgiving, bro. Anybody else got a classic Thanksgiving story?
I got one, but it ain't classic. But you know what I'm saying. One time I was invited over to a Thanksgiving, and you know, I don't want. I would just say the guy was preparing the turkey. He was gonna smoke his on the grill. You know what I'm saying. He did just that, and he just kept telling me, you know what I'm saying, how long he had the grill going. It's been 8-10 hours. The turkey out there. I'm trying to do the math, like, you know what I'm saying. Do that even make sense to have a bird out on the, you know what I'm saying, out on the grill for 8-10 hours? But you know what I'm saying. He said, I got Jack Daniels. It was a Jack Daniels turkey. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what to expect, bruh. He pulled that turkey out, bro. That thing looked like an all black Air Force One. And that's how I felt. Like I felt mad. Like I wanted to fight. Like I wanted to commit a crime. Like, you might not believe. I got a picture of this turkey somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it on Twitter. You know what I'm saying, guys? Retweet that, because yeah, man. You know, I don't really eat the turkey other than Thanksgiving, and then I seen them pull that one out, man. Bruh, the turkey was jet black, man. Like, like you poured motor oil on it or something, man. But I don't know. He cut into it and he enjoyed it. It wasn't right, bro. It wasn't right. I feel like I've been picking on. I'm not even gonna say too much about it, man. Just know it. Just know it came from one of those adventurous coaches. You know.
Oh, I knew as soon as you started talking about it, I knew what was going on.
Yeah, man, you pouring hard liquor on the turkey, bro.
When you said Jack Daniels, I was like, oh, I know.
Hey T, you just reminded me of another story, man. I went to a Friendsgiving one time, man, and this was actually one of the items on your top 5, man. It was a Friendsgiving of all cultures, let's just say. And you know, I'm looking around at the spread, and this girl says, oh, you've got to try my deviled eggs. I'm like, okay, you know, I look down at the deviled eggs, bruh. When I tell you that junk wasn't mixed with no mayo, no mustard, it was literally, man, she just took the yolks, put them in a pot, mixed the yolks up, and put the straight yolks back in the egg, bruh. And you know what the messed up part was? She had the nerve to throw the Hungarian paprika on top, man. I'm like, how you gonna throw the paprika on top of just plain yolks, bruh? Bro, when I tell you, bro, none of them deviled eggs, maybe 2 deviled eggs was gone, bro. Like, shorty lamented about her deviled eggs, man. Nobody even touched them, man. Friendsgivings can go either way.
I mean, look, I'm not
depends on your friends, bro.
Food, to be honest with you, I don't really trust a whole lot of different potluck type atmospheres. You know what I'm saying? That's just not my thing.
Same, bro.
I mean, never been, yo.
I don't be getting invited to the Friendsgivings. I just be bringing plates and napkins and shit. They be like, nah, like that ain't how this work, bro. I'm like, oh, I thought I was just eating, bro. I know y'all.
Bryce know how we get down, bro. My friend crew in Jersey, we do Friendsgivings with the best of them, bro. We actually, when we did my housewarming, it was similar to a Friendsgiving type vibe. Bryce, you couldn't tell me that food wasn't A1, bro.
Yeah, boy, I didn't eat that night because it was a lot of pork and red meat, but it smelled great. It smelled great. And the thing about it is, man, like usually I don't really do the Friendsgivings because you know, I'm just so locked in on Thanksgiving. But usually when I do go to the Friendsgiving, it's usually because, you know, I'm going with another friend. You know what I mean? I'm experiencing something with somebody else. And it usually ends up being different cultures and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's just how it shakes out. That's how the Friendsgivings have always shaken out for me personally. But I got friends I can throw down. It's just, you know, for me, it usually just ends up being a funny experience.
Friendsgiving is actually what got me hip to deviled eggs in the first place. I had never tried them until I went up to one of them jumps. But it wasn't nearly as bad as how homegirl made it at yours, bro.
Bro, and had the nerve to put the Hungarian spice Paprika on top. Man. I couldn't believe that. All right, what are we doing this for?
I mean, at least she knew enough to dress it up, man, with that good stuff, boy.
Dress it up
Imagine
and
it
make it
without
real
it.
for me, though, please.
Hey, and Scruff, man, that Chick-fil-A mac and cheese, man, that should be hitting. You know they bake it now. I think they got the black lady from the Popeyes commercial to make it.
They put
Oh yeah, she got that elbow. She got that elbow. Right behind now.
They tricked you, Rome. They tricked you. They made you feel like it was baked just because they got a little crust on the outside. That's fugazi. That's what you call manufactured soul, brother. It's not real.
Hey, man, that mac and cheese gotta be made by somebody with some nieces and nephews. They might not have no kids, but they gotta have some nieces and nephews. You know? It gotta be somebody you know what I'm saying, whipping that mac.
It's always an auntie. It's always an auntie that comes through.
Yeah, it gotta be. Gotta be. Don't
Hey,
trust
well,
nobody else.
Shout out all the beautiful black women making my mac and cheese this Thanksgiving. You are very much appreciated.
Very much so. They hold it down every single year, man. I couldn't be more appreciative. Me, Ma Dukes, Ani, those are my go-to chefs, man.
See,
Oh, I can't forget about Tikaboo. Shout out Tikaboo, man.
Yeah. Stay away from the counterfeit mac, man. I'm telling you. If it ain't baked, don't put it on your plate. Straight up.
Yeah, well, hey, one thing for sure, man, from gas, sports for the culture to your own home, man, we wish you a very, very happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody can enjoy the football games, although some of them are going to be trash. Hope everybody can enjoy the family the best that they can. I know these COVID regulations got shit all out of whack, but hopefully you guys got some sort of plan to maybe Zoom call with your elderly family members, or switch it up in some way so we can get the family involved, man. Definitely some strange times going through Thanksgiving like this. But happy Thanksgiving from us to you guys. T, man, where can the people find us?
They can find us. They can find us on Spotify. They can find us on the, you know what I'm saying, all at the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, wherever you get your apps. You can find us on IG. You can find us on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Wherever social media is present, that's where we live. So just reach out, find us, man. Find good ass sports. You know what I'm saying? Just Google that. You'll find us. You'll find nice articles. You'll find the website. Download the app. Please download the app. When you get it, you're gonna love it. So give it 5 stars. Just trust me. And yeah, man. And let me just piggyback on what you said. Thanksgiving is typically a holiday where we all come together to give thanks. You know what I'm saying? Do it safely. Do it safely. That mac and cheese ain't, worth losing your aunt, losing your grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So find a way to make it work. Even if you got to sit it out this year, that's better than not having that person make that mac and cheese for you next year. You know what I'm saying? And turning this beautiful, I ain't gonna say a beautiful holiday, but you know what I'm saying? We done recrafted this holiday. You know what I'm saying? But we want to keep it memorable. We want to keep it good, positive. So do the right thing and don't be in there passing around biscuits and COVID. You know what I'm saying? Please don't.
Nah, that's a fact, man. That's a fact. And if you do search us on any of those app stores, just type in Gas Network, man. Like T said, we everywhere. We everywhere. You know how we sign out every time, fellas. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.